wind erosion, mechanics of winds, and its controlling measures. Okay, so we have to study in it about what is wind erosion, its definition, its mechanics, its type of soil movement in wind erosion, and controlling measures of wind erosion. So first of all, we have to know about what is wind erosion, how we can deal with it. Uh, so the definition of wind erosion is the removal of the soil surface from one place to another through wind, or in other definition it is the, I can say, the detachment, the transportation, the deposition of soil particles with the help of wind. Okay, so wind is not air, we can't say it is air. Wind is the movement of air around the earth's surface or on the earth's surface. You can't be confused in wind and air. Air is the mixture of gases, but wind, it is the movement of air. Okay, next point is it occurs in all parts of the world. Okay, because as you know that we all are surrounded by different type of gases. So the wind erosion, we quite say that it is very, I can say it's general. Okay, the placement of wind erosion is quite general in all over the world. Okay, so and it is a serious, I can say serious problem also, because it can erode near about 33.3 million hectare of the soil. So we have to control it, and so and for that we have to use many type of measures. We have to take physical, biological, and mechanical. So in India, Rajasthan has the severe wind erosion, because you know that area is totally, in about 80% of the area is desert. So the chances of wind erosion is more there, because the soil particles are small. Okay, so they can easily can blow up through wind. So this is all about wind erosion, and some parts of Gujarat, Punjab, and Haryana also affected by wind erosion. So next is the, I can say, some parts of the coastal areas also have such problem. The coastal areas are those areas like our Madhya Pradesh area. Okay, the central area. Okay, the coastal area, because it most commonly in the regions where there is a, the temperature and the wind velocity is high. Okay, so the chances of wind erosion is more in that areas, and the RH here is the relative humidity. Okay, and the rainfall is also low in those areas. The chances of wind erosion is maximum. Next is the, if the soil is dry, loose, and finely divided and sandy. So the removal of the soil surface or removal of the soil particle is quite easier, because you know that if the soil is wet, it can't move anywhere. And about three, as I earlier said that near about 33 million hectare is in India is affected by wind erosion, out of which 23.49 million hectares of area is the desert. Okay, and 6.5 million hectare is the coastal area, I can say. And the many other causes for the wind erosion is deforestation and intensive plowing. Deforestation is the cutting of large forest area. Okay, for the establishment of urbanization, or I can say industrialization. And intensive plowing means the, we are using high machinery. Okay, and we are cultivating our land too many times, so that soil become loosened, and it is easily get eroded via wind or water. So deforestation and intensive plowing are the main causes of the wind erosion, not even wind erosion but also for the water erosion also. It causes soil loss and a deterioration of soil structure. It also damages our, I can say, our soil health. Okay, productivity get lost out, and air pollution also take place when there is a heavy, I can say, high waves, or I can say hot waves. There, the removal of the soil surface is easier, because the speed of that wind is quite, I can say, very fast. Okay, so they also can cause air pollution problem. So this is a just a picture of wind erosion, how it can take place when the wind blows at a higher speed. So this, if our soil is cultivated, so it can blown out like this, as you see in this picture. So next is about the factors affecting wind erosion. So both our climate, soil, and vegetation cause the wind erosion. How? The climatic factors. If the wind velocity, its direction is higher, the chances of wind erosion is maximum. Okay, and in respect to precipitation, humidity, and temperature. As in earlier slide, I can said you that. There is if there is high temperature and low rainfall, the chances of wind erosion is maximum. Okay, next point is the soil moisture condition. If our soil is the soil texture is I can say sand, silt, or clay, so sand and silt can easily walk out from that area. Okay, structure also, the density, the volume. Okay, then the organic matter content. If the soil have higher organic matter content, so there is less chances of water erosion. If there is no organic matter, then there is a chances of maximum wind erosion. Next is the coarse texture sandy loam. The word loam means the mixture, the relative proportion of sand, silt, and clay, or we can say the equal proportion of sand, silt, and clay is equal to loam. Okay, means I can enumerate this. If there is sand, silt, and clay, that is equal to loam. Okay, means 33 is to 33 is to 33, means the equal proportion of sand, silt, and clay is equal to loam. Okay, that is we can called it loamy soil or loam soil. If it is there, as you reading it, that it is sandy loam, means the sand content is maximum approx 45. Okay, or I can say 50, then the silt and clay is 25 is to 25. Hope it is. I hope this is clear to all of you. Then these type of soil, the sandy soils, the loamy sands, and the sands are susceptible to wind erosion. Susceptible means the wind erosion can easily take place on these kind of soils. Okay, and while loam and silt loam, the clay loam have resistant to wind erosion. Resistant means कि उसको रोकती हैं, they can stop it. Okay, the wind erosion is quite minimum in these type of soils. So the mechanics of wind erosion. So the wind erosion takes place in three types. Like first is the initiation of soil movement, means detachment. Soil can move from one place to another place. Soil movement means the movement of soil from one place to another. So the first phase of the wind erosion is the initiation of soil movement, means there is a movement of soil particle, or I can say the detachment from one position to another position or one place to another place. Second phase is the transportation, means it can move from one place to another form. Transport होना एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे. देन फर्दर डिपोजिशन. डिपोजिशन का मतलब है एक जगह से जाके दूसरी जगह पे सेटल डाउन हो जाए, दैट इज डिपोजिशन. द सेटलिंग डाउन ऑफ द सॉइल पार्टिकल on a particular soil surface or any other soil surface is known as deposition. So the movement of soil particle is caused by a force exerted by against or parallel to the ground surface. When there is a force on the ground surface or against the ground surface, so there is a movement of soil particles. Okay. So the erosive wind. Erosive wind means the wind which cause erosion is very turbulent. Means it is very faster at all heights. Okay, closer to the surface. So that wind always cause erosion. Turbulent means it moves very fast as a turbine. Then The lowest velocity occurs close to the ground. Wait a second. The lowest velocity occurs close to the ground and increases in proportion to the logarithm of height above the surface. What does it mean? If there is a lower velocity on the ground surface, so the I can say the wind erosion is minimum because it can increase with respect to height. ओके जब आप हाइट पे जाओगे वहाँ पे आपको इतनी ज़्यादा वेलोसिटी नहीं फील होगी जितनी ग्राउंड पे होगी एंड वाइस वर्सा. ओके. The wind velocity gradient determines the magnitude of the force exerted. So the wind velocity gradient, what does it determine? The magnitude, the height of the force exerted. मतलब how कितनी force लगी है उस object के ऊपर कि वहाँ से जो मिट्टी है वो easily erode हो जाए. Then the movement of soil particle is initiated when the pressure caused by the moving fluid against the particle overcomes the force of gravity and inertia. What does it mean? That if the soil particles are start moving, so there is a pressure exerted on a particular, I can say, the particle, or it can work against the force of gravity. That's why we feel that air is blowing very fast because that is exerting force against the gravity. So the particles are first detached from their surface by the action of wind. Then these detached particles are then ready for the movement by wind forces. Means जितनी भी forces हैं उस particles के ऊपर लगेंगी, ठीक है? And then they start moving from one place to another. And after this initiation of movement, the soil particles are moved or transferred from one place to another place. So then is transportation. What does it mean? So the transportation takes place in three phases. Okay, one is suspension, second is saltation, third is surface creep. And via these, I can say mechanism, the soil transport from one place to another place. Okay. Then deposition, in which the soil particle gets settled down on a particular soil surface or I can say any other soil surface, or I can say the foreign soil surface. Okay, this generally happens when there is a decrease in the wind. When the wind velocity is get decreases, the soil particle be settled down on that particular surface area. Like in the case of when there is a high wind velocity. So what happened? The soil particles are moving on all over the buildings, all over the roads, all over the field. And when the velocity is decreasing, the soil particles get settled down on that particular surface area. So this is all about the deposition process. Then smallest detachment into suspension is minimum 0.1 mm. The soil particle ranges less than 0.1 mm is come into suspension. The soil particle which have the, I can say, the diameter is about less than 0.1 mm, that is come under suspension. Medium moved by saltation, that is 0.1 to 0.5 mm. This is the soil particle range. Okay, the diameter. Then the larger move by rolling and sliding, or I can say creeping, is more than 0.5 mm. I will show a picture. See in this picture, wind is blowing very fastly and some of the particles are moved in the air in the form of suspension. Like they are very small in size. These particles are very small in size. They can move in the air freely. And in case of saltation, the particle is quite bigger than the suspended particles. So it can be moved lower than the suspension particle. Okay, because the weight of these particles are quite heavier, so they can move slightly upward, not deeply but slightly. Then come the creepy. These are the large, I can say, large soil particles which can creep down, means they can start rolling on that surface area. They can't blow it, the wind can't blow it, they start rolling on it. So this is the mechanics of wind erosion. So, three ways of particles are moved by wind, that is suspension, saltation and surface creep. In suspension, it occurs when very fine dirt and dust particles are lifted into the atmosphere. Okay, as you see in the previous picture. Okay? On an eroding field, the amount of soil movement will tend to increase because the size of the particles are small, so the chances of being the suspended particle is quite easier. Okay, and the impact of salting grains breaking up into clouds and initiating other particles means if you have a cloud, एक अगर आपके पास मिट्टी का बड़ा सा ढेला है तो वो अगर वो टूटता है, ठीक है, जब वो चाहे विंड से टूटे पानी से टूटे, अगर वो टूटा हुआ है वहाँ से मिट्टी जो है वो छोटे छोटे पार्टिकल्स में मूव करेगी. Okay, and this increase in erosion across a field is known as avalanche effect. This is known as avalanche effect, and these particles can be carried very high and be transported very long distance. If they are small in size, they can easily be transported from one place to another place and travel a long distance through the winds. And soil moved by suspension is the most easiest to recognize among the three forms of how you can say the wind is blowing very fast, because the soil particles which are suspended very easily in the atmosphere, you can say the wind is very fast. That's why they are traveling from one place to another place in very long distances. Okay, so the soil particle of less than 0.1 mm size are subjected to be suspended particles. Okay, they carry around 3 to 40% of the soil weights. Okay. Then the next is saltation. The major fraction of soil moved by wind is through the saltation process. It is caused by the pressure of wind on the soil particles, and when the wind is collide with these particles, and they can start moving from one place to another. Some particles get collapsed. आई कैन से जब वो कोलिजन होती है, वो टकराते हैं एक दूसरे से, तो वो क्या होता है, मूव करते हैं फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू द अनदर प्लेस. नेक्स्ट इज द सॉइल पार्टिकल्स 0.1 to 0.5 mm जो हैं वो किस में आएंगे, सॉल्टेशन में आएंगे. एंड वी कैन से आई कैन से दिस कि इट दे कैन बाउंस फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर. दे कांट ब्लोन इजीली थ्रू द विंड, बट दे कैन बाउंस like a ball. Like in this picture you are seeing some of the particles, like you are seeing the suspended particles that are small in size here. Okay, then there is a saltation particles or jumping particles, so they can jump or bounce from one place to another. Then there is a rolling creep more than 1 mm which can roll over the soil surface, that is coarse sand. Okay, the suspended particles are clay and silt because the size of these particles are smaller than sand, so that's why they can suspend it easily and make a dust storm. Okay, then the soil particle moved in the process of saltation can cause a severe damage to the soil, because you know that our topmost soil of the earth crust, that is the surface soil, is very much, I can say, very fertile in nature. If it can move from the top layer, it can be eroded easily and cause I can say decrease in soil fertility, soil productivity. All the things get affected, and the vegetation is also be poor on these areas where there is a movement of soil particles through wind. Okay, so they travel approximately 4 times longer in distance than in height. So these type of particles moving in case of saltation, they can travel 4 times longer in distance. वो height wise नहीं move करते, they can move through I can say longer, they can move long distance. Guys, just wait for a second. So the next point is, when they strike the surface again, they either bounce back into the air or knock other soil particle from the soil mass into the air. What does it means? When they bounce from one place to another place, they can strike to another particle also. So अगर एक पार्टिकल के साथ वो टकराते हैं, तो वहाँ पे 3 to 4 particles जो हैं वो फिर further they can also bounce back into the air in the, I can say, with higher wind velocity. Okay. So depending upon the soil type, about 50 to 75% of the soil weight is carried in saltation. Means when wind blown very fast, the soil, the 50 to 75% of the soil is carried out in a saltation. Means if you have 1 kg of soil, so 500 gram of that soil can easily be, I can say, blown out from the our surface area. Okay, through higher wind velocity. The height of the jump varies with the size and density of the soil particles. Means what is the size of that soil particles, because in saltation not only single particle comes, okay, all type of particles will come and it carried out in the different instances, I can say. Okay, some carry some roughness, some carries the velocity of the wind. So the whole thing depend upon the height, size of soil particles, the density of the soil particles, the surface, the soil surface roughness means जो आपका एरिया है वो रफ है कितना, अगर वो रफ है ना तो वहाँ से सॉइल इरोजन होना कम होता है विंड इरोजन से, because if it is rough the soil particle can't move easily in the air, but if it is a plain area the soil surface, I can say, the soil particles are easy to blown out in the wind. Okay. Then C part is the surface creep. So in this surface creep, the large particles will came out and which are heavy to be lifted. So they start rolling out in, or I can say they creeping. They do creeping, means they can sliding. Okay. In this process, the particles are rolled across the soil surface, and this in this process, the largest of the erosive particles have a diameter of 0.5 to 2 mm. मीन्स अवर कोर्स सैंड, जो सैंड मोटी होती है ना उसको कोर्स सैंड बोला जाता है. दैट सैंड कैन बी do surface creeping if there is a high wind velocity. So around 5 to 25% of the our that soil get be carried out in this surface creeping. Then the amount of soil moved transported depend upon the soil particles diameter, okay, and difference in threshold and actual wind velocity. So the mass of soil moved can be related by equation. Means if we want to calculate the mass कि कितने kgs वो remove हुई है, so we have to use a particular formula, that is if we know about the quantity of soil moved, that is V minus V, उसके बाद ब्रैकेट क्लोज 3 डिवाइड बाय d 0.5. It means where v is the wind velocity, okay, v is the threshold velocity and d is the particle density. So threshold velocity is that velocity in which I can say the wind speed at which the particle movement is initiated. मीन्स जब वो मूव करना शुरू करता है तब उसको थ्रेशोल्ड वेलोसिटी बोल देते हैं. मीन्स दैट वो स्पीड जब वो स्टार्ट होती है विंड इरोजन, so that is threshold velocity which is dependent upon the soil surface. Then this is the formula we have to calculate to estimate our wind erosion. We have to formulate this equation. So कितना लॉस हुआ है वो हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं इस इक्वेशन से, दैट इज इक्वल टू आई आर के एफ सी डब्ल्यू डी बी, इन विच ई इज द सॉयल लॉस बाय विंड इरोजन, आई इज द सॉयल क्लॉडीनेस फैक्टर. सॉयल क्लॉडीनेस मतलब कि वो कितनी बड़ी है सॉयल, या हमारी पूरी प्लेन है कल्टिवेटेड है उसमें क्लॉड्स नहीं है, that is measured by I. Then R is the surface cover factor. Means if your surface cover is if you're doing any vegetation there, the crops are grown there, or it is fair, okay, या तो वो barren है या खाली पड़ी है, that is come under R factor. Then K is the surface roughness factor. Surface roughness factor means वो एरिया जो है वो प्लेन है कि खुरदरा है जहाँ से मिट्टी इजिली इरोड नहीं होगी, that is K. Then F is the soil textural class factor. Means what type of soil is that? Okay, it is sandy soil, sandy loam, clayey loam, silty loam. Okay. Then C is the factor representing local wind condition. Means this is almost fixed for I can say for local areas. Okay. मीन्स 30 किलोमीटर पर आवर से चल रही है, 40 किलोमीटर पर आवर से चल रही है, सो दैट कैन बी फिक्स डिपेंडेंट ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर रीजन. Then D is the wind direction factor. Means it is in a northeast side, northwest side, southeast side, southwest side. So that is D. Then B is the wind barrier factor. The wind barriers means if you have grown some type of, I can say the wind breaks, I can say, or shelter belts. These are the trees you can grow on all over the surface area of, or I can say in the corners of our a circumference of our field, that is wind barriers. Then W is the field width factor. Field width means कि आपकी जो field है वो कितनी बड़ी है, ठीक है, that is field width factor. Then the management of wind erosion. So the basic method to control wind erosion is vegetative method, tillage method, surface by tillage practices, on conservation tillage. What does it mean? Vegetative measures means we have to grow some type of crops there, okay? We have to grow trees there. So this come under vegetative measures. Then tillage measures means you have to doing such of type of plowing or cultivation on your soil surface so that your soil become rough. That type of tillage practice should be done. If it is plain, the soil erosion through wind will be maximum. Then we have to follow conservation tillage. The conservation tillage is that tillage, and we have to conserve the tillage by doing only primary tillage, not the secondary tillage. मतलब कि आपने एक बार plowing कर दी, दूसरी बार नहीं करनी. And in conservation tillage, different type of tillages come like zero tillage, direct sowing. So direct sowing means if you have harvested one crop, then suddenly you have to grow the second one crop without doing any kind of tillage. This is also known as zero till. Okay. Then mechanical measures you have taken, you have to grow some kind of wind breaks, you can grow, or you can also follow the like the some techniques to control the wind erosion by जैसे हम डंडियाँ लगा देते हैं बर्ड्स के बीच में, we have to put some kind of sticks into the birds so that erosion ना हो, plants वहाँ पे अच्छे से grow हो. So next is the some modern techniques we are following up in our areas. That is shelter bed, contour plowing, crop rotation, terracing. So in the diagram, this is shelter beds. Listen guys, there is two terms, windbreak and shelter beds. So windbreaks we are also that we are also growing trees there, but they are in only in our area, means in our particular area, or I can say जो भी हमारे पास field होती है हम बस उसके आसपास ट्रीज लगा देते हैं, उसको हम विंड ब्रेक्स बोल देते हैं. बट द शेल्टर बेल्ट्स आर फॉर लॉन्गर एरियाज, और ये ज़्यादा एरिया मतलब कि कवर करती है. मीन्स एक लाइन अगर हमने ट्री की लगा रखी तो दूसरी लाइन भी ट्री की, 3-4 लाइनें इकट्ठी लगा दी, दैट आर शेल्टर बेल्ट्स, क्योंकि वो उसी हिसाब से विंड की स्पीड को कम करती हैं. मतलब कि हमने अपने कॉर्नर के ऊपर विंड ब्रेक्स लगा दी, ठीक है, लाइक अपने फील्ड के आसपास. But in case of shelter beds, we are merging many trees like this. Okay. So when wind blow very fast, so it can come like this. The wind come like this and get slow down. So it can't harm our crop grown here in our area. Okay. So the side from which the wind is coming, it's called windward side. Okay, windward side. And when it blown out, it is called leeward side. I hope this is clear what I am saying to you, all of you. We have to do terracing, like we have to do like here, this is the way of doing terracing. We are making it like stairwise. Okay. Then crop rotation we are doing, we are not growing similar crop season after season, we are rotating it. ओके, लाइक राइस के बाद वीट, वीट के बाद मस्टर्ड लगा दी, मीट के साथ मस्टर्ड लगा दी, शुगर केन लगी है, सो दैट इज क्रॉप रोटेटिंग. So this is all about this lecture.